this part of the story, this nonsense with Penn State. The weekend was really good. So you got Alabama. They went into Georgia. They snapped the Bulldogs' 33-game home winning streak. After starting 0-1, Bama is back in the top 10 in the country, staying in the SEC. Ole Miss with a huge win over LSU, 24-19, second career top 5 win under Lane Kiffin. The Rebels are now the highest ranked SEC team in the AP poll at number 4. And then, again, to the conversation we were just having, Big Ten, Penn State once again falls short in a big game, losing in double overtime, this contrived nonsense they do in college football, to Oregon. And after the game, James Franklin had to sit there and say this.
We've lost to really, really good teams. And I take that very hard and I take that very personal because I know how important it is to so many different people. And I always start with myself and the things that I can control.
All right, it was not a great night for his quarterback, Drew Aller, and they lose. So here they are, Heather and Paul. As always, we get the perspective. Heather, no one knows more about the ins and outs of the college football playoffs, and the committee will start soon, than you do. What did that loss mean for Penn State's chances of getting in?
Greeny, it means that if the playoff were today, Penn State would be out. They don't have a win against a Power 4 opponent. What does that mean? That means they're under pressure to win at Ohio State, which, as we all know, is very difficult for Penn State. Here's why. If they don't beat Ohio State and they beat Indiana and they're sitting there at 10-2, that win against the Hoosiers, a very good Indiana team, is going to be the best thing they have to impress the selection committee. But Greeny, I think there's going to be a lot of really good 10-2 teams this year in consideration for the selection committee, and I'm not convinced that record for Penn State would be good enough. But you beat Ohio State and the narrative changes really fast.
All right, Paul, I want to show you some numbers here because what they demonstrate is that right now the 3 favorites to win the national title are Ohio State, Oregon, and Penn State. Here are the numbers. You can just put them up there, Cindy, in the interest of time. Throw them up there. It's Ohio State, followed by Oregon, followed by Penn State. The one thing they have in common, Paul, I don't need to point this out to you, is that they play in the Big Ten. Are you buying a Big Ten winning another national championship instead of an SEC team?
Greeny, you had to do this to me on this day of all days. Yes, I think if you're honest about college football, and I try to be very honest here, even if it hurts, the Big Ten is in the driver's seat right now. There's no getting around it. The SEC is a mix and a mess. You're trying to decide whether Ole Miss or Alabama are the best teams right now, and they both have their flaws. Texas, we'll find out more about. But as of this moment, those numbers are indicative of where we are. Now, the good news for the SEC, it's late September.
So they have time to work their way back into it. The other good news is that Alabama, which has been their standard bearer, it seems like for a very long time, appears back after that big win over Georgia. So same question, Heather, what did that mean for Alabama?
That pushed the Tide back into my top 12, where they're at a safe spot for the college football playoff right now. But Greeny, I gotta be honest, it is absurd to me that Florida State dropped 10 spots in the AP poll after losing in double overtime on the road to a very good Virginia team, because last I checked, Florida State beat this Alabama team that went on the road and beat Georgia. The selection committee cares about head-to-head results. Now, I think Alabama can afford to lose one more conference game, maybe 2, because I think that there's going to be a lot of teams with multiple losses in this mix, but Alabama's pretty safe right now.
So, Paul, are we buying Bama? Are they back? Are they the team to beat in the SEC?
I think Alabama and Ole Miss are the teams to beat, but Heather, come on now. That Alabama team we saw in the first weekend of the season was not the same one, and I dare say trying to equate a loss at Virginia, whatever they are, I appreciate you complimenting them, versus a loss at Georgia are not one and the same. I think the AP poll got it right, and I bet if the committee met this past weekend, they would say the same thing.
It's getting interesting as the calendar turns to October. These games continue to fly in. Heather and Paul, outstanding as always.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast while you have the chance. Don't speak.